Hey everyone, this is Paul with Flight Crew here, bringing you another pre-flight briefing. Today we are going to review IT Service Management and IT Operations in Jira Service Management. The typical need for IT is to track tickets like incidents, problems, changes in requests, as well as assets all in a single location, to lower the mean time to resolution, or the MTTR, for issues and requests, and to improve the overall user experience for employees and customers. Let's take a quick look at how Jira Service Management addresses these needs. Let's start by looking at Jira Service Management as an end user or an employee. An end user can visit the Employee Help Center in order to look up self-help articles and content, or to raise a request with the support team. To get a more guided experience, the user can also chat with the virtual service agent. If the user is having an issue, like not being able to log into the VPN, the user can chat with the virtual service agent and get a very tailored response in order to help them resolve their issue. The virtual agent looks through the knowledge base on the user's behalf and can pull out specific content in knowledge article in order to show them exactly what they're looking for. And of course, if the user still needs help, they can indicate this did not resolve their issue and they can open up a ticket. If I do need to open up a request with the support team, I can see the categories which are configurable and contextually aware for who I am in the organization. If I needed help from IT, I can submit a request to get assistance and indicate whether I'm having an issue with my device or with access to system. And if I choose my device, these forms are dynamic and also tailored to me based on who I am in the system. This is the laptop that's assigned to myself, and this pulls directly from asset management. Asset management in JSM provides best practice templates to be used to track your company's assets or configuration management items. All of the attributes for collecting information about an asset, as well as the links and references, are easily configurable and can be used across the Atlassian platform. Asset management is not limited to the tracking of just devices. It can also track other objects like employees in the organization, critical information about them that can be pulled from your HR systems, as well as, again, those relationships between different departments, the role that they have in the organization, and all of this information can be used as part of your processes like onboarding for what a new hire may need access to in terms of systems, as well as what devices they need to get as part of the process. Populating asset management and your configuration management items is very simple to do by use of the out-of-the-box adapters and connectors that pull from common sources, as well as provide the ability to grab from databases or any type of custom system that you may have. Back in our request, if I wasn't having an issue with my device, but instead was having an issue with access to a certain system in the org, this dynamic form can ask specific questions like, is this because of a password issue? And if so, great, here's the link to self-service to reset your password, avoiding the need to open a ticket in the first place. Or, no, I'm actually able to log in, that's not the issue. What system are you experiencing the issue with? And yes, I'm able to do other work, or if not, we can use that logic in the back end to expedite this request, as well as know which team this request needs to go to in order to get the user assistance as soon as possible. After submitting the request, I'm able to see the summary screen where I can easily see the information I submitted, the current status of the request, and I can add comments directly from here. I'll also be getting email notifications or notifications on Slack and Teams to keep me updated as the status progresses and comments are added. In addition to submitting an issue, I can also raise a request that may need approval, like requesting a new notebook. You can choose to allow articles to be shown to the user from the knowledge base, but if I continue with the submission, I can see what is presented to me from asset management for the models that are allowed. Again, this can be based on my role in the organization, and based on what I choose, can also determine a different approval level in the back end based on if I'm choosing something standard or something non-standard that needs an additional layer of visibility. In this example, I can see that we're waiting for an approval. The user who needs to make the approval will receive an email or a Slack or Teams message. At any point, an end user is also able to view the past requests that they have submitted to easily see the latest status or to provide an update. JSM does support all of the common ITIL processes: incident, problems, changes, and requests. If I want to submit a standard change like routine maintenance based on the application defined in asset management, perhaps this is for our big app, these are the options of standard changes that are allowed, and this will be dynamic based on the application chosen. So if I need to provide maintenance to the backup system, I can indicate when that maintenance will begin, when it'll end. Again, being able to fully configure this form. In addition to providing a library of standard changes that can be submitted, can also provide more of a guided experience that, based on the change type of this is a normal change, again having a dynamic form to be able to pull in the necessary details in order to submit the change. As an agent in JSM, based on the role that I have in the system, will show me the different projects that I'm a member of, like the IT support project and the operations project. And I will also be able to see all of the requests in the system that my team is working on. I can choose to view everything that's being worked on that I have access to view, or I can drill into the specific incident, problem, change, or service request records that I might be looking for. This view is configurable for the types of fields and columns that I'd like to see. Also easy to filter based on the request type, status, who it's assigned to. Any field that's in the system, I can easily filter on. Looking at an example request for a new notebook, I can start to triage this and work on it for the user. JSM will show me the requests from the details, including the type of laptop that was requested, if an approval is needed, and who that approval needs to be from. In this example, it's just the user's manager, but this can be set up to groups and be configured for how that logic of the approval should work, whether that's in parallel or sequentially. I can see any related SLAs, like time to approval, resolution, and first response. But I will also see here the AI can tell me Jerry's requesting a new laptop. However, he has an active MacBook Pro still under warranty, and we're currently awaiting approval pending an investigation. So the AI can not only look for similar requests in the system, but it also knows the context of the user and can check in asset management to see, is this device under warranty that can be used as part of resolving this request. AI can also provide a suggested process for solving this work item, outlining the steps that make the most sense in order to look into this, as well as helping me draft a comment based on the current status of this request and information about the record. All of this to make the process more efficient and help save your agent's time. We can see the draft indicates that the device is still under warranty, so we want some additional information to determine if a replacement is necessary. Scrolling down, I can also see automation is informing me about that active warranty and providing more details pulled from asset management that all automatically took place when this request was opened. Now taking a look at change management, we can see the changes that are in the system and where they're currently sitting in the process. Looking at a normal change that was submitted in order to apply a security patch, we can see the information about the change and also information to help with the risk assessment, whether or not this change is taking place during business hours. Is it easy to roll back? Has all the testing been completed? JSM will automatically search for conflicts, freeze windows, upcoming changes. We'll also look for, are there any open incidents related to this change? And upon submission, this will perform an automated risk assessment and provide a score and automatically set a risk value. In the system, I can take a look at the schedule and be able to see what other changes are taking place at the same time, but this is also used as part of the automation for conflict detection. A look at a standard change can show how templates can be leveraged. Based on the application being changed and the type of change, we're still performing the risk assessment. However, there's default information provided for the implementation plan, backout plan, and test plan, as well as the tasks that need to be accomplished, all to help make the change process that much easier for the user and lessen the number of clicks and information the user needs to submit. IT Service Management and Operations Management is a natural fit for Atlassian and Flight Crew because agile implementations mean rapid outcomes. Your crew is made up of industry experts who have been in your shoes and know best practices. Your flight plan or service management journey and roadmap is prescriptive and tailored to you. That was a very brief introduction to IT Service Management and Operations Management on the JSM platform. For a more in-depth review, please feel free to reach out to us by email or visit our website for more pre-flight briefings like this one. Thank you.